Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Lou Holtz. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Zig Ziglar. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Marcus Aurelius. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Albert Einstein. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Brian Tracy. The greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility for our attitudes. That's the day we truly grow up. John C. Maxwell. Excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. Ralph Marston. A positive attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst and it sparks extraordinary results. Wade Boggs. For success, attitude is equally as important as ability. Walter Scott. Your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life. Khalil Gibran. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people act in a certain way. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. Charles Swindoll. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. Thomas Jefferson. Adopting the right attitude can convert a negative stress into a positive one. Hans Selye. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the lust of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Viktor Frankl. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. William James. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception, it is a prevailing attitude. Colin Powell. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Aldous Huxley. Attitude determines the altitude of life. Edwin Louis Cole. Choosing to be positive and having a grateful attitude is going to determine how you're going to live your life. Joel Osteen. Happiness is an attitude of mind, one of the simple determination to be happy under all outward circumstances. J. Donald Walters. Our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations. Earl Nightingale. Character is the result of two things, mental attitude and the way we spend our time. Albert Hubbard. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions. Never know too much to learn something new. O.G. Mondino. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude towards us. John M. Mitchell. It is not the body's posture, but the heart's attitude that counts when we pray. Billy Graham. Having a positive mental attitude is asking how something can be done rather than saying it can't be done. Bob Bennett. Time plays a role in almost every decision, and some decisions define your attitude about time. John Cahill. Watch your manner of speech if you wish to develop a peaceful state of mind. Start each day by affirming peaceful, contented, and happy attitudes. Norman Vincent Peale. The meaning of things lies not in the things themselves, but in our attitude towards them, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. A positive attitude can really make dreams come true. It did for me. David Bailey. Attitudes are more important than facts. George MacDonald. You live in the image you have of the world. Every one of us lives in a different world, with different space and time. Alejandro Jodorowsky. Civilization is a method of living, an attitude of equal respect for all men. Jane Addams. Bad attitudes will ruin your team. Terry Bradshaw. Fairness is not an attitude, It's a professional skill that must be developed and exercised with you. When you are thwarted, it is your own attitude that is out of order. Mr. Eckhart. Egos come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. E.F. Schumacher. How do you nurture a positive attitude when all the statistics say you're a dead man? You go to work. Patrick Swayze. Vanity can create a very cruel space for you if you don't know how to manage it. Lady Gaga. There are no menial jobs, only menial attitudes. William J. Brennan, Jr. The greatest discovery of my generation is that man can alter his life simply by altering his attitude of mind. James Truslow Adams. It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which, more than anything else, will affect its successful outcome. William James. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. John C. Maxwell. Whenever you're in conflict with someone, there is one factor that can make the difference between damaging your relationship and deepening it. That factor is attitude. William James. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you. Brian Tracy. Our lives are not determined by what happens to us. The how we react to what happens. Wade Boggs. Between stimulus and response, there is a space which is our response. Stephen Covey. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Maya Angelou. Style is a reflection of your attitude and your personality. Sean Ashmore. The only disability in life is a bad attitude. Scott Hamilton. Being sexy is all about attitude, not body type. Amisha Patel. Life is hard, so when you change your attitude, you change your behavior. And when your behavior changes, so your results will hurt. It is very important to generate a good attitude, a good heart. From this, happiness in both the short and long term will come. Dalai Lama. With the right attitude and knowing how times will pass, you will reach your destination. Johnny Kim. A complainer is like a Death Eater, because there's a suction of negative energy. You can catch a great attitude from great people. Barbara Corcoran. Most of us start out with a positive attitude and a plan to do our best. Mary Lou Hanna. The key to life is your attitude, whether you're single or married or have kids or don't have kids. It's how you look at your life, what you make of it. It's about making the best of your life wherever you are in life. Candace Bushnell. My attitudes have changed. That somebody will have to read all my books to find out how they have. Erwin Shaw. Abhorrence of apartheid is a moral attitude, not a policy. Edward Heath. Funny is an attitude. Flip Wilson. The biggest challenge is how to affect public attitudes and make people care. Jen Fowler. Servers have the most attitude. Sean Mai. A positive attitude is not going to save you. What it's going to do is, every day, between now and the day you die, whether it's a short time from now or a long time from now, that every day, you're going to actually live. Elizabeth Edwards. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. Charles Swindoll. If you get a diagnosis, get on a therapy, keep a good attitude, and keep your sense of humor. Terry Garr. Our attitude towards others determines their attitude towards us. Earl Nightingale.